guys to tell you that my 10 tips, PCOS tips, things that I change in my diet, in my routine in order to start losing weight with PCOS.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, comment, like, and let me know what you think. If you're a returning subscriber, just know that I love you. I do. No joke. I actually do. The fact that you are supporting me, may God bless you. Anyways guys, PCOS Friday. So PCOS Friday is every other Friday of the month where I post specifically about my PCOS journey and give out tips that has been working for me that might also work for you, and that will be what I'll be talking about every other Friday. So if that is something for you, please remember to subscribe and let's do this together. Let's do this hand in hand as two sisters with the same problem. Let's solve it with each other. So if you have PCOS, then you understand my struggle and I understand your struggle. So let's do this together. Remember, subscribe, comment, like, everything. Anyways, we all know that PCOS is not really a lazy girl's condition, nor a broken really, because it's expensive. It's expensive, but that's not what we're here. So I'm here guys to tell you that my 10 tips, PCOS tips, things that I change in my diet, in my routine in order to start losing weight with PCOS. So today I thought I would come here to share with you the insight of why I do what I do the way I do it when it comes to PCOS, and what in heaven is the PCOS and the PCOS diet, but most importantly my journey as PCOS, what I have changed in my diet, what has been working for me that might also work for you, and also a few personal tips from me to you. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, but I have been doing a lot of research online, 2 years experience, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And I've also been trying a lot of different things, different workout, different PCOS diet, different things, sister, and I'm telling you, my journey. So at the age of 20, I got diagnosed with PCOS. After few months of gaining weight, in a very disrespectful way, let's say the way it is. Now let me observe this picture here. This was me in October of 2018. This is how I look like. Now this is me in December 2018. Can you see the difference? So in the beginning of 2019, I decided to go see a doctor, my doctor, and ask, hey dude, what in hell is going on? Because I never really, I don't gain weight this easily and this fast. So please explain. He was like, you have PCOS, but he told me to go out there and Google everything because I think I don't have the energy or time to explain to me what PCOS was exactly. So what is PCOS? PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a condition that affects women of young women actually of reproductive age. So basically, women with PCOS might have irregular or prolonged periods or excess male hormones. For reasons that are not really quite understood, women with PCOS seem to have hormones that are out of balance. What happened is one hormone can trigger the other and the other will trigger another one. It continues like that, just like babies. When they start crying, one will cry, the other one will cry. Before you know it, it is a crying party. That is basically what happens to your hormones. Besides that, what happens is your ovaries produces eggs. When it produces eggs, your eggs are not released. They stays within you, in your body. And that also means that basically that you don't get to see, you don't get as many visits from Miss Red every month like every other woman out there. Clearly, this affects your a woman's fertility because no periods, might have problems with reproduction, and PCOS also cause changes in your way of looking. Now let me just underline something. Not every PCOS woman experience all the symptoms that's out there, and not every PCOS woman doesn't get to see their period every month, and not every PCOS woman get to gain weight. Not every PCOS woman, we are different. Just like individually we are different, our body functions differently. That's why I said my 10 tips may not work for you as well as it works for me, but some of it might, and that's why I think you should stay tuned. And also, probably one of the most important tips is the earlier you get diagnosed, the earlier you start treating your PCOS, and the better it is for the long-term health conditions. So remember that. When we talk about PCOS, no one really knows what causes the PCOS, but medical people with brains out there had figured out that PCOS, one of the things that triggers PCOS is the inability to control your blood sugar effectively, at least. And 40+% of women with PCOS suffer actually for insulin resistance. Insulin resistance means that their cells are not really responding to the hormone insulin, and that helps stabilize the blood sugar in your body. Your blood sugar remains high and your body keeps producing more and more insulin, more and more of it, which you don't need, by the way. You really don't need it. You don't need extra, but keep just producing it, and that could cause what they call the type 2 diabetes. Now when I got diagnosed, my doctor was like, you have to cut sugar immediately, because that is chances this big for you to actually get this diabetes. Again, I had to do my own research because he told me to go home and Google everything. Another cause of PCOS could be genetic, because they claim that if women in your family, could be from your mom or dad side, really have PCOS, then there is also a chance that you have it as well. So maybe if you know somebody in your family that has PCOS, you should probably also get checked. Again, the earlier you find out about this condition, the earlier you start treating it, the better it is for your long-term health. Symptoms for PCOS is basically everything. There's a lot of different symptoms, and everyone experiences different symptoms. Actually, I will mention a few, and I will tell you which ones that I have or still have actually. One of them is acne. I never really had acne, like my skin is quite clear. Ooh, girl. Anyways, weight gain and having problems losing weight. Those two is basically what I've been struggling with since I got diagnosed. I have always been a little girl, but when I started gaining weight, it became harder for me to actually start losing it as well. So yeah, that's one of the symptoms that I've had. But we also have excess hair. sister. Dear Jesus, if you hear my problem, if I could have one wish from God for Christmas this year, it would be removing extra hair from my body. If it's not my eyebrows, eyelashes, and my head, remove everything else, because I have too much of it. Honestly, we are just being honest. Transparency is what we're bringing on this table today. We have to be honest. I have way too much of the hair, and thin hair on here on your head. Sister, I cut my hair every year because I lose hair every single year. So if any of you is out there having a little secret on how to, please let me know. Please let me know, because I will need it. I need it. No, I will need it, but I need it saying right now. I really do. Irregular periods is also something that I experience a lot. I can go 3-4 months without really seeing my period, and the year that I got diagnosed is because I had not been seeing my period for I think it was 8 months, so it was way too long. At some point I thought I was pregnant, but again I felt like am I really? No, I'm not, because I don't know much about it. Anyways, and fertility problems. So the problem of, you know, having hard time getting pregnant. I haven't got that yet, so I cannot relate, but when I do, I will let you know. Last but not least, my sister, is the depression part of it. I think I have been depressed. I don't know quite 100% if it was the depression hitting me, but at some point I was really down. Like getting out of bed was a mission impossible. But we stay here. So now, how am I treating my PCOS? Well, first of all, there is a lot that I had to change. I had to change my mentality in here had to change. But one of the very first thing that I did was to actually accept whatever the PCOS brings. Is the fact that I maybe, I don't know, God, if you listen, please. Whew. Is it the fact that I might not, I might have problem with having kids in the future? I'm literally breathing those facts in my body. You know, I'm struggling accepting it, but I am certainly like slowly accepting it. Besides that, I had to cut out a lot of things. I had to give out a lot of things. Like, if you know me, I am a huge lover when it comes to donuts, candies, kebab, rice, bread, anything that is sweet, anything that is sugary. Serve me, I will thank you as if my life depends on it. But I had to cut a lot of things out because, like I said earlier, I was told if you don't start now, you might end up with diabetes. This is still me walking the walk and doing the work that it takes to reverse the PCOS, to lose weight and do a whole lot of other things. Now, let's get into the 10 tips that I have for you, or at least the 10 things that I changed in my PCOS, in my diet generally, for me, in order for me to start losing weight. The first thing that I did was to start eating. Yes, I started eating because in the beginning I was avoiding food. I didn't want to eat. I did not want to gain weight. So I will wake up in the morning without eating anything. I will go to school, come back home without really eating anything. I wait till like around 4 p.m. for me to eat. Now imagine I woke up at 7 or 8 or whatever time I woke up and start eating at 4. So I'm hungry. I will literally eat about anything that is in the fridge, in the kitchen, without really thinking about what exactly am I eating. And what makes it even worse is the fact that I will overeat instead of eating the amount that I needed to eat, right? And the second thing is also when you start eating the right food. So now we are about to talk about the food, but keep that in mind. You have to eat. So breakfast, have something in between breakfast. For me, I usually have a cup of smoothie or something, just with berries. That's it. And then we eat lunch that will have something that's not unhealthy. It could be a carrot with a peanut, but I'm allergic, so. And then we'll eat dinner, and then I will probably go to sleep after that because I'm usually just a tired person. And by the way, I also mentioned in my previous video regarding the my PCOS breakfast routine, I mentioned 3 things that also got out of my diet. You should probably check it out after this video. Number 2, when you eat, try to eat a lot of proteins. So for me, chicken, eggs. So you should try that out as well because it helps a lot. I feel, at least for me, it did help. Number 3, veggies. You literally, I don't know how many times, I don't know how loud I have to say this. Veggies have to become your best friends. Literally everything. No white potato though. Don't do that. But anyways, veggies, really good. Have veggies, have a salad, have something. every meal that you eat, you must have a little bit of veggie or salad, something. At least half of your plate should be full of veggies. And then you cut your plate in. I will just put a picture somewhere around here where you can actually see what I mean. So half of your plate must have veggies on it. It must. We're not playing. This is a PCOS journey. We have to reverse these things, you and I, all of us. And number 4, you have to avoid sugar. Avoid sugar at all costs. Literally do it. I had to let go of sugar because it's not really good for insulin level. When you provoke your insulin, it will also trigger your body. You start producing more insulin, and afterwards you start gaining weight. As they say, insulin and weight gain is like chicken and egg situation. It's one thing provoke the other. So we are trying to lose weight so that we can reverse the insulin thing as well. If you smoke, you should also just consider quitting, because women who smoke, they have higher male hormones level. I don't smoke, so I don't know much about it. I just read that online on the medical clinic. Number 5, limit or avoid. When I call it limit or avoid, I'm about to mention a few things that you should limit or avoid those things completely. Now, I had to cut out meat, or I had to limit the meat that I eat. I'm a meat lover. Sorry if you're vegetarian or vegan, so sorry, but it is. I also had to cut out cheese and fried food. Cheese, I'm a lactose intolerant, really. I've never really been a huge fan of cheese, so that has never really been my problem. But fried food or fast food really has been a struggle, because I work at fast food restaurants. So you see the problem on top of the other. And you also have to avoid processed food. Now, this is something that I'm so struggling with, because I love having sausages and eggs for my breakfast. So I'm still trying to reduce that, but it's something that you should consider reducing or avoid completely. And number 6, fruits. I had to cut down on fruits, because I always thought that eating fruit was good, because fruit is healthy, but food also contains some natural, I call it natural sugar. So it still goes in and might provoke the insulin level. So for me, I had to cut it out completely. However, I do make smoothies sometimes for breakfast or lunch or for my workout. So I would cut half of some type of fruit. Usually I will use a banana and blend it in with the berries, blueberries, strawberries, and all those stuff. Number 7, sister, if you really want to succeed in this journey, you cannot, this is number 7, you cannot be lazy when it comes to workout. You have to work out. You have to work out. It is important for you to actually work out, because you can have the perfect PCOS diet. If you do not work out, you won't be able to lose weight. I don't think really if that is something that we have to sit here and discuss about when it comes to PCOS, because I think I know it, everyone knows it. So just work out. It is important. Workout and diet goes hand in hand. They are literally like twins. Number 8. Number 8 is probably my favorite thing, but it's also an important thing. Get enough sleep. I had to start getting enough sleep. Like when I feel like, okay, you know what, I'm tired, I will go sleep, because my body cannot really take stress. It really and truly cannot take stress. So I had to start really and truly start listening to my body, what he's saying. If I'm tired, I will relax. If I'm sleepy, I will sleep. If I cannot wake up in the morning, I will not wake up in the morning. And it has been a blessing. Not really a blessing, because the pandemic is not really a good thing, but it's been a blessing that I'm getting more and more tired during the pandemic. So I have no other things to do, because every single lecture of mine is online. So when I don't have school, I have my bed right next to my table, and I will just go to sleep right after. So get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. Number 9, talk about it. Yes, I say talk about it. I really did say that. You have to start talking about it to your friends, to your family members, to everyone that's around you, everyone that means something to you and you mean something to them. You have to start talking to them about it. Why? Let me tell you. Because these people, if you talk to them about the PCOS, the problem, your struggle, the real one will support you. Last but not least, something that I absolutely had to say goodbye to was birth control. Because I know that when you get diagnosed, most doctors will just tell you lose weight and take birth control, you will be fine. But for me, birth control was actually a major problem, bigger than I thought. Because with birth control, I was gaining more weight. I was literally depressed. I was dizzy every single time. Like every single second of the day, I was dizzy. I was literally, I don't know how I was surviving for 6 months with the pills. Taking pills every morning wasn't really good for me. On top of it, guys, this is actually number 11. Water. Water should become your best friend. I will actually recommend you cut out every other drinks that you drink. Every single one of it. Cut it out. And water should become your best friend. So yeah, guys, water is very important. That was it for today, guys, from me at least. Please remember, subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, every other Friday I drop a PCOS related video, so you should follow me on my social media. You can find the link in the description. See you, and God bless.